Dzień dobry, witam bardzo serdecznie na kolejnym live streamie na moim kanale. Witam. Co będziemy dzisiaj ogrywać? Pewnie Baldur's Gate. Natomiast najpierw zaczynamy od najważniejszych newsów PTAKCaffeNEWS. Pap. Niech ja tu sobie przełączę. Bang. Przejdziemy do tygodniowych newsów. Natomiast najpierw zaczniemy od Nintendo Directu-san. Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase.
Hello everyone! Welcome to today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. In this presentation, we'll be focusing on Nintendo Switch games launching in the first half of 2024 from our publishing and development partners. Okay, let's get into some headlines. Strive to survive. Get ready to embark on an enormous adventure of pint-sized proportions. After being shrunken down at the hands of an evil corporation, you must explore a vast, immersive world.
Trochę a propos tego podcastu, który miało miejsce w zeszłym tygodniu a propos Microsoftu.
Craft weapons, armor, and tools to improve your chances of survival. Use the tools you craft to forage plant life, but watch out. You aren't alone out there. Work your way through the campaign to uncover the mysteries of the backyard. Or build, share, and play your own creations in Playgrounds mode. Do you have what it takes to make it big in this minuscule world and fend off its creepy, crawly inhabitants? Go big or never go home. When ground
Go big or never go home.
16. A tale of destruction and renewal unfolds in this return to the Ender Lilies world. This once flourishing country sits atop a wealth of buried magic.
Zresztą Phil Spencer tam mówił, że będzie chciał wprowadzić jak najwięcej gierek z Xboxa na inne platformy, żeby jak najwięcej graczy mogło się tym bawić, co jest logiczne. Zdążyliśmy Grounded, zdążyliśmy chyba Pentiment też. Są gry, które mamy w Game Passie po prostu. My je już ograliśmy albo gramy kiedyś tam. Inni gracze niech też się cieszą, czemu nie?
When the magic buried beneath the surface became corrupted, the citizens fled upward to escape its reach. But those who lacked power and wealth remained abandoned below. Along your journey, you'll battle rampaging homunculi. Upon liberating them,
No tak średnio na jeża bym powiedział.
becoming your companions.
Śmierć drewnem trochę. A to też nie jest mój gatunek, więc być może to jest super gra i wszyscy będą się super bawić, a po prostu ja tu będę krzyczał na chmury, że że mi to nie pasuje, nie? Że to nie jest mój styl gry.
Launches on Nintendo Switch this year. It's your adventure, your way in these Nintendo Switch games. Explore an interconnected world of puzzles in this charming adventure.
Ale śmieszne, no.
Slide across rows and columns on a sprawling gameplay grid where everything moves when you move. Solve puzzles by venturing out into the wilderness, helping out the townsfolk, and taking down monsters in handcrafted
Kurde, zabawne.
What awaits you on this curious journey of self-discovery? The world is yours to solve in A Ranger, a role-puzzling adventure, sliding onto Nintendo Switch this summer. Guide Elaine, a young prince on a journey to liberate 5 nations from the
Unicorn Overlord od Segi.
Customize-
Sega!
Form your strategy, then unleash your army on the opposing Zenoiran
Wygląda jak
forces.
Wargrow.
Your real-time
Wargrow?
strategy
Tak?
planning will turn the tide of war. During battle, you
Czy tam
may
Advanced Wars.
or be faced with difficult decisions. Atlas and Vanillaware present Unicorn Overlord, launching on Nintendo Switch.
W ogóle moje Nintendo już jest tak już
On Nintendo eShop.
nie wiem, zapuszczone, że całe w kurzu po prostu, nie?
The first Monster Hunter Stories game returns, now fully voiced and in HD. As a rider, you'll befriend and fight alongside monsters in turn-based combat to confront the black blight that plagues the world. Many familiar monsters from across the series are included. Plus, you can browse artwork and listen to music in the newly added museum. Take flight in Monster Hunter Stories, soaring onto the Nintendo Switch system this summer. On a peculiar day, Yen Sid's mischievous mirror lured Mickey Mouse into his workshop. Finding the magic paintbrush, a curious Mickey creates a mess and becomes trapped in a magical wasteland inhabited by forgotten and rejected characters. The platforming adventure Epic Mickey returns in a faithful remake of the beloved
Disney Epic Mickey.
Explore this unusual dimension. Using the magic
No ja nie jestem myszka Mickey fan, więc raczej mnie to tam nie ruszy. Ale myślę, że dla ludzi, którzy mieliby jakieś takie doświadczenia z tą grą, fajnie, że wychodzi ten remaster. No fajnie. Ja chętnie.
Please take a look at this.
I'm afraid Tokyo experienced its own peculiar occurrence while you were away.
Shin Megami Tensei 5 Untold Stories.
I suspected to be traveling back and forth between Tokyo and the Netherworld.
This place is definitely dangerous. And that's about all we know right now.
Look out!
Who are you?
Now let's kill this thing.
And so we have found it. The key to the resurrection.
So what? This is where you prove you can fight? You think you can just fly in and be a hero?
If it wasn't for you, my brother would never have been dragged into this war.
You're not alone. If you want revenge, then I'll help you get it. Allow me to remind you how you were wronged by this world.
To jest jakieś DLC? I guess?
Enter or return to this ravaged wasteland and experience an untold story on your adventure. Let's take a look at some more headlines. Get ready to unite and fight in these Nintendo Switch games. Fight in iconic battles from across the collection of two.
Battlefront Classic Collection.
4 players can strike back against familiar faces in massive online battles. This collection includes additional playable characters such as Kit Fish
Kurwa.
and additional maps like Jabba's Palace.
Ja pierdolę, po prostu żeby się cofnąć w czasie, nie?
Villains in Hero Assault. Play as Luke Skywalker, Vader, and more on maps including Death Star and Naboo. Star Wars Battlefront.
W ogóle żyjemy w aż takiej głębokiej stagnacji growej,
System March 14.
że po prostu wychodzą gry online. Gry online z powrotem. I co, nagle teraz znowu gracze będą się podniecać grając starego Battlefronta? Serio?
To South Park. As the new kid,
All right, you're on now, new kid.
join Cartman, Stan, and the rest of the gang to save the town in this co-op action game.
Co-op action game.
Iconic South Park items and cosmetics to customize your character however you'd like. Once you're set, it's time for battle. Take
To jest jakiś ten? Castle Crashers? Coś tego typu?
online co-op with up to 3 friends. Grab your gang and head into the fray in South
Ty,
Park.
może to będzie fajne?
Launching on Nintendo Switch.
Niezbyt ładne?
Pre-orders are available
Ale to na Switchu to co to może być już, nie?
Sharpen your
Może?
for the latest entry in the Sword
Ciekawe.
series. When the virtual world goes haywire, the past and present collide. Alongside former adversaries and fallen allies, it's up to you to save the world. Experience a whole new single-player story or take the battle online
Nice.
with up to 20 players in co-op play.
Korzystając z tej okazji, wezmę leki, który zapomniałem wziąć rano.
Break, build, and battle your ultimate Gundam in Gundam Breaker 4. Choose from over 250 base kits. Combine and customize their parts to build your very own mobile suit model, known as Gunpla.
Gundam. No, Gundamy to nie jest moja rzecz w ogóle.
In a variety of combat missions. By defeating enemies and acquiring new parts, you can equip more abilities to craft the ultimate Gunpla. Plus, you can show off your builds and snap pics in the new diorama mode. Prepare for battle when Gundam Breaker 4 launches on Nintendo Switch this year.
Fajnie, że to wyjdzie, doceniam, ale nie na tyle, żebym powiedział, że coś z tym zrobię.
The Super Monkey Ball series rolls onto Nintendo Switch. Over 200 brand new stages await with optional motion controls. Using the new Spin Dash move, you can blast over obstacles and create shortcuts to victory. Have a ball with friends and family in 4-player local co-op. And up to 16 players can battle online as they take away to be the top banana.
Kompletnie nie moja rzecz.
Be the first to the
Nie moje porno, nie rozumiem.
grab the falling bananas in Banana Hunt.
To jest jakby taki zamiennik Mario Kartów, tak?
In Robot Smash and more. Get ready to roll, tilt,
Kurde, pamiętam, że była taka gierka o kulce takiej latającej po dziwnych korytarzach 3D.
healing adventure when Super Monkey Ball
W ogóle mam nazwę Banshee, ale Banshee było 2D na Nokii, nie?
System June 25th.
Nie pamiętam, jak to się nazywało.
Today on Nintendo eShop. Get ready for a good time.
Nowe World of Goo?
It's liquidy. It's solidy. It's goo. Stretch it, shape it, and use it to build strategic structures.
Czy 2D Boy
You can build towers,
coś
bridges,
robi więcej niż te 3 gry na krzyż?
whatever this is. Your goal is to guide as much goo as possible into a vast global pipe distribution network.
Są 2 osoby.
To the pipe's lead. Certainly nowhere sinister. Put your imagination to the test as you build, splash, explode, destroy, fly, and roll your goo to the goal. You'll encounter different types of goo balls.
Okej, czyli oni tworzyli jakiś fundusz,
Explosive goo, jelly
czy tam nazwali tutaj to program,
exclusive
organizację Indie Found, stworzoną przez kilku niezależnych twórców w celu wspierania produkcji niezależnych gier komputerowych.
2 launches as a console exclusive on Nintendo Switch
Okay.
May 23rd.
Czyli po prostu oni nie za bardzo robili gry, tylko skupiali się na innych rzeczach.
Spending time. Craft your story 1000 years in the making in a brand new fantasy life game.
O!
This
O!
thriving island in the seas of
O,
Arabia
to jest moja rzecz.
now stands deserted. Travel to the island's past to
O!
gather resources.
Ścinanie drzewa,
and use
super,
them to
kocham.
restore the island.
Robienie ławek, moja ulubiona rzecz.
You'll start out by assuming one of many different roles called lives. Why not become a miner to collect ore?
Excellent.
A magician to take down monsters. Or even a carpenter to craft furniture. You can swap between these lives and many more as you rebuild the island. As you travel through time, you'll gradually uncover truths about your new island home. Additionally, up to 4 players can journey together online. Invite friends to the island and set off to discover the secrets that lie in store. This life is yours to live in. Fantasy Life I, the girl who steals time. Launching on Nintendo Switch October 10th.
O, brzmi fajnie.
Time to hunt for. Trash?
The world these days is dark and mean.
Even the water tastes unclean.
Need I remind you all how threatening the
Co to jest?
outside this reef?
Scour the depths of a polluted undersea world in this Souls-like adventure.
I recently had my
Soulslike Adventure, w którym jesteś krabem.
I'll gladly trade your shell for it.
Protect yourself with whatever you can find, from cans to cardboard, during your hunt to reclaim your prized shell.
It would appear the hunt is on, I say.
I've been looking
Co to kurwa jest?
my old life back.
But you'll run into a few Krabie predators along the way.
Perhaps we can work.
Cześć, tu jest rolka nawet.
That church is as good as mine.
Use over 60 ability-granting shells and harness powerful umami magic to take down enemies in frenetic deep-sea combat. What other threats lie in the
Soulslike Adventure.
As they
O
say,
krabie.
one crab's trash is another crab's treasure. Launching on Nintendo Switch April 25th.
Another
These Nintendo
crab's
Switch games
a
will have you
treasure.
dropping and
Wyjdzie na wszystko na szczęście.
join Penny and Yo-Yo in a brand new 3D platforming adventure from the team that brought you
Boże, 25 kwietnia.
Dash, swing, ride, and master the cosmic
Ciekawe, czy gameplay będzie dobry.
40 levels across
Świat mnie trochę zaciekawił.
vibrant worlds, all while outrunning a massive penguin army and a colorful cast of bosses. Feast on power-ups to activate transformations. Help out the denizens during your acrobatic escapades. And put your tricks to the test in a time attack mode. Hope you're ready to yo, because Penny's Big Breakaway launches on Nintendo Switch today.
No nie kupiło mnie to.
Local two-player battles are coming as paid DLC to the fruit matching phenomenon, Suika Game. Choose from 3 modes: original, time limit, and attack. Aim for a higher score than your opponent in original mode. Make split-second decisions against the clock in time limit mode. And overwhelm your opponent with bunches of fruit in attack mode. Plus, online multiplayer will be added to the DLC in the future. Get battling when this paid DLC for Suika Game drops onto the Nintendo Switch system today. A bundle of the game and DLC
Czy ja wiem?
is also available today. Gear up for some thrilling drilling in the 2D action platformer Pepper Grinder. Burrow through terrain.
Kurde, fajne.
Pulverize enemies in your way.
O, fajny gameplay loop.
Gnarly vehicles to recover your missing fortune. Pepper Grinder.
Ciekawe.
Onto Nintendo Switch March 28th. A demo will be available today on
Pepper Grinder.
Giddy up for a future
Pepper Grinder, ty, to jest, no,
remastered version of Pocket Card
to jest
Jockey.
rzecz.
Take cards to create a sequence of numbers and build up power during a race. Check the positions of other horses, spend power to move around the course, and grab special cards to gain the upper hoof. Win events to get new horses, then breed them to raise the next generation of ideal steeds. You can even race online against other players. It's off to the races in Pocket Card Jockey Ride On, launching on Nintendo Switch today.
O! Co tam się pojawiło? Ja nie mogę. Buka go gonił, ja jebiks. Ale Pentiment jeszcze ciągle na mnie czeka, nie? Tak by the way.
Wraps up this Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. But before we go, we have 2 more announcements to share.
O,
First, please take a look at this.
rare. Uuu. Very rare. Where? O kurde. Snake Rattle and Roll. RC Pro M. Battletoads. Killer Instinct. Cadillac jeszcze widziałem. Blast Corps.
These games are available today. You can play them with an active Nintendo Switch Online or Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack membership. Next is our last announcement. Please take a look.
Co to jest? Endless Ocean, Luminous.
A mysterious underwater world is yours to explore in an all-new Endless Ocean game. Welcome to the Veiled Sea, a location known to very few people. This unexplored region changes with each dive, offering new things to discover. Up to 30 players online can plunge into the ocean's depths together. Share your discoveries with other divers and exchange a friendly greeting while freely exploring the vast ocean.
Okay.
There are over 500 different species of marine life to encounter. Some of them are creatures thought to be extinct, and others may be mythical.
Taka chillowa gierka, ciekawe.
What will you find on your undersea journey? Endless Ocean Luminous launches on the Nintendo Switch system May 2nd. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Okej.
We hope you're looking forward to exploring the vast ocean on Nintendo Switch. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. Thank you for watching.
Fajne gierki, no. Xbox wchodzi na Switcha? Fajnie, fajnie. No doceniam to. Wydaje mi się, że przyda się, żeby te gierki takie typowo online, typu Grounded, były na Switchu i na PlayStation, bo po prostu więcej graczy może razem grać. To jest logiczne. Nie wiem, co na to... Znaczy ja wiem, co na to fani Xboxa, bo fani Xboxa się zesrali po prostu. Jak tylko pomyśleli, że nowy Indiana Jones, Starfield będą na innych platformach, to już kurwa dupka rozbolała, nie? Dla mnie osobiście to nie jest problem. Uważam, że fajnie, jakby więcej graczy mogło grać razem. Ale wiem, że to może wpłynąć na sprzedaż konsol Xboxa, w sensie, że że jednak jeżeli wszystkie gry Xboxa byłyby na PlayStation, no to po co kupować Xboxa, skoro mogę kupić PlayStation i mieć gry Xboxa i PlayStation, nie? Z drugiej strony dla Microsoftu może nie warto mieć Xboxa, nie? No nie wiem. Na razie cieszy mnie to, że dużo gierek pojawi się na innych platformach. Mimo, że raczej jestem skupiony na tym, żeby grać na Xboxie, bo to jest moja tak główna konsola teraz, to czemu by nie mieli grać na PlayStation? No co za problem dla mnie. Mi nikt nic nie odbiera. Dobra. Co mamy teraz, jeżeli chodzi o gry online? Właśnie, długo Stalker wychodzi. Helldivers 2 pobiło rekord Starfielda i GTA 5 na Steam. Po przytoczącym sukcesie gry twórcy potrzebują nowej mapy drogowej. Okej, fajnie. Microsoft otrzymał oficjalne mody, w tym kilka darmowych. Gratuluję. Nowej pięknej grze cyklu Ori, twórców cyklu Ori, bliżej do Dark Souls niż Diablo. Co to ma być?
No Rest for the Wicked sees Ori developer Moon Studios building an action RPG for the very first time. But despite its familiar isometric perspective, the project is very different from popular ARPGs like Diablo and Path of Exile. Combat in No Rest for the Wicked is deliberate and tactical, and every swing of the sword counts. In short, if you like the nail-biting experience of Dark Souls boss battles, then it looks like Moon Studios may be making your next favourite game. To learn more about No Rest for the Wicked's deep battle systems, we spoke to two of its developers, who gave us a deep dive on their ambitions.
Moon Studio to jest to studio, które nie ma swojego jednego miejsca na świecie, tylko wszyscy pracują zdalnie.
The major goal for our combat was to make it feel super visceral, right? And to make sure that we create a combat system where animations also really matter. When you press a button, then you get really satisfying swings and so on. It doesn't turn into spam, right? We wanted it to feel very visceral and tactical.
It's about making it feel a bit more personal, a bit closer, a bit more focused. So it's not this overflow of sensory information where you just cannot really tell what's going on screen, but you actually feel every single action of your character. It's up close, it's focused, it's not 20 enemies on screen all against you. It's encounter after encounter, and every single move matters.
A lot of the top-down ARPGs out there play very similarly, and that's, you know, where we said, hey, we should probably take a different direction. And we were more inspired not by Diablo in terms of the combat, but by Souls and Monster Hunter and so on. We definitely also took influence from fighting games, right? We always liked the whole thing where you could do combos like light punch, fierce kick, Hadouken, right? So we wanted to kind of like infuse that a little bit. We wanted to do things like, hey, you know, I can do combo A, combo B, and then do a special attack, right? And then do a combo C and so on.
Top of that,
Fajne, no. Na pewno ta gra będzie przepiękna, to jest for sure.
Those are these really crazy moves that we can now do because we have a top-down camera perspective that we couldn't do probably in a third-person view.
Blood-Rusted Sword is one of the straight swords that we have, right? But yours could be a fire-enchanted one that gives you more focus for every hit that you deal. Or the other guy could have a cursed Blood-Rusted Sword.
Ori już miał dosyć trudny, znaczy wysoki poziom trudności, więc...
As with all action RPGs, battle in No Rest for the Wicked isn't just a case of hammering the attack button. There's multiple character elements to take into consideration at all times, including health, your magic resource, and stamina.
When we came up with the boss fight, you know, the idea is that it shouldn't feel like you're just running around and spamming all the time, but it's more strategic and tactical, and that is where the stamina system comes in.
Very tactical that way, right? Where you actually have to consider, hey, will I deal that hit still, and do I then have enough stamina if the enemy counters that I can actually dodge away from that next hit and so on? Yeah. We don't have a mana system. We wanted to come up with something where, well, you don't have this resource that just depletes and then you need to drink a potion to fill it back up again, right? We wanted that to be more dynamic. So our focus kind of like increases as you play better in combat, right? Like you get focused. And that's the resource that you use to actually perform these rune specials.
It creates this push and pull dynamic where you can build up your focus, then you do a cool special, then you have to build it up again, and it creates this really cool dynamic there.
For a mage class, right? Like we didn't want you to just hang back somewhere and like pull fireballs and be able to do that infinitely. Like we wanted to do something that's like, well, every class always has to be engaged.
All of these ideas coalesce in No Rest for the Wicked's first boss battle. Your first major foe is the grotesque Warwick the Torn, a frantic attacker whose speed defies his enormous size.
The rumor is that he used to be a man, and now he's part of this class in this world that we call the Torn, which are basically plague creatures that are affected by this magical plague.
You say used to be a man.
Gra to będzie przepiękna. Kurczę. Już widzę, że te ciepło tak się rozbija po całej mapie.
Says the Torn are not to be trifled with. And he's right.
We want to get your heart rate as high as possible. How am I going to do this? How am I going to beat this? This is relentless, this is impossible, and then little by little, it's like a puzzle that you figure out. Throughout the fight, he is not just relentless, but he also creates distance from you, so he will jump back from you, or he would do the sword attack and he would kind of like roll back, which will work really nicely in multiplayer. My favorite part is when he gets angrier and he gets even more relentless and he starts jumping, and you have this really powerful fantasy thing where it's not just a creature that's on the ground, but he also has this crazy mobility, right, to get to you. And I think that's just terrifying.
Warwick may be terrifying, but the guys at Moon Studios have some helpful advice for when you eventually face down this plagued monstrosity yourself.
I have an amazing tip. You meet Fillmore the blacksmith early on, and when you talk to him, he will actually sell you some stuff. The scrap bombs that he sells, they're very good.
He doesn't like fire. He really doesn't like fire, this Warwick guy. Fire is bad for him.
To see the battle with Warwick in full, take a look at our No Rest for the Wicked gameplay video. And for even more from this beautiful new ARPG, be sure to tune into Wicked Inside on March 1st. And stick with IGN throughout February, as we have plenty more details straight from Moon Studios.
Okej, czyli dowiedzą się więcej. Dobrze, będziemy do tego wracać. Dobra. Dobrze. Co tu się jeszcze działo? Weterani BioWare zapraszają do pięknego, otwartego świata. Nightingale zadebiutowało. O.
Realmwalker. Forward is winding and full of terrors.
A, to jest ta gierka, kurde. Ta, co mi się podobała, dopóki nie pokazali tego jakby systemu budowania, czy coś podobnego, to było dziwne dla mnie.
Save yourself, survive the realms, and rebuild all that has been lost.
Co się dowiedzieliśmy? Hitowe survivale. Super. Jak naprawią, zobaczymy. Mobile Legends. Okej. Sony prawdopodobnie wypuści PS5 Pro w drugiej połowie 2024. Fajnie. Need for Speed Unbound jednak nie umarł. Twórcy pokazali, jak zamierzają rozwinąć grę w tym roku, słuchając fanów. Fajnie, tylko że no EA trochę zabiło tą gierkę, znaczy tę gierkę, no to jest słabe. Druga sprzedaż spin-offu Deep Rock Galactic zachwyciła fanów. Przedstawili ambitne plany rozwoju gry. Okej, funny. Elden Ring Shadow of the Earth Tree. Z datą premiery. Pierwszy gameplay trailer potwierdza wiele domysłów społeczności.
PEGI 16.
PEGI 16.
Pure and radiant, he wields love to shrive clean the hearts of men. There is nothing more terrifying.
In that forsaken place, blood must spill. Blood of your fellows. They are truly faithful.
They were never saints. They just happened to be on the losing side of a war.
Jest takie brzydliwe.
Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of light?
I presume you, too, are keen to know.
No trzeba było wrócić do tego Elden Ringa i go kurde przejść, nie? W końcu. To za duża gra dla mnie jest.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of restless flame.
O, jaki ładny design postaci. Holy shit. Nice. Umieranie od niego to będzie przyjemność. Kurde, no, fajnie by było. Może kiedyś. Nie wiem, jak sobie złamię nogę i będę przez 2 miesiące uziemiony, no to wtedy będę mógł w to grać, bo tak to nie ma czasu na takie gierki. To jest po prostu jakieś, wiesz, to są 15 lat grania. Naprawdę, 15 lat grania, jak nie więcej. Kurde, no. Gruba sprawa. Super Barkę Symulator stworzyć i poprowadzić własną żabkę. Okej. Ta. Xbox nie porzuci pudełek, a Call of Duty zmierza do Game Passa. Okej, fajnie. Borderlands ma plakat, fajnie, ale to nie jest ważne. Przynajmniej nie dla mnie. Fable może być współtworzone w Polsce. Gra ma ponoć być 2025. No, trzymam kciuki, że coś z tego fajnego wyjdzie. Survival Sons of the Forest w końcu zadebiutował w wersji 1.0. O! Nice. W rok uwinęli się do wersji 1.0. Nice, fajnie. Palworld potrzebował zaledwie miesiąca, by przyciągnąć 25 milionów osób. Sprzedaż gry z Pokemonami przytłacza. Grubo. Czekam, aż ta gra wyjdzie, wtedy może do niej przysiądę. Skull and Bones podobno gra mniej niż 1 000 000 osób, wliczając w to użytkowników darmowego triala. Aj. Prison Architect 2 opóźnione. Paradox dokładnie rozważył wszystkie za i przeciw. Okej. Dobrze, że chcą grę dostosować, a nie tylko wypuszczać byle, żeby wypuścić. Prawie 170 lat w grach na Steamie. Tak absurdalny czas to efekt rywalizacji. Wow. Gracze Daylight 2 dostali za darmo duże DLC Bloody Ties i zabawki, o które prosili od 2 lat. Okej. No właśnie, w Xbox Game Passie pojawił się Dead Island 2. Kurde, może bym wrócił do tej gierki? To byłoby coś. Rise of the Ronin to zasługa 3 starodawnych japońskich stylów walki, mechaniki zaczerpnięte z Bloodborne. Okej, fajne. Okej. O, Baldur's Gate 3 otrzyma oficjalne narzędzia moderskie. Twórcy zapomną o konsolach. Właśnie muzyczkę. Chcemy gra coś w tle. Avatar The Last Airbender, zawodzi pod każdym względem. Przykra sprawa. Do Mortal Kombat 1 zmierza crossplay. Przez K, jest słodkie. Nightingale otrzyma tryb offline. Fajnie. Przebyła strzelanka Helldivers 2 wreszcie otrzymała ważną funkcję. To dobrze. Gracze Battlefield 2042 są rozgorczeni i znudzeni. Zapowiedź finalnej aktualizacji 6. sezonu spotkała się z krytyką i roszczeniami. Oj. Chat face emoji. Kultowa seria Konami powraca. Contra Operation Galuga ma premierę. Jej, datę premiery, przepraszam. Nice. I w ten oto sposób dotarliśmy do końca newsów na dzisiaj. Serdecznie dziękuję za to, że ze mną spędziliście ten czas i zapraszam Was już jutro na, mam nadzieję, finałowy epizod z gry Cyberpunk 2077. Jest plan, żeby dokończyć wszystkie wątki do końca, fabułę główną i odkleić tę gierkę, już powiedzieć sobie enough. A tymczasem dziękuję bardzo serdecznie za ten poranek. Do usłyszenia. No i cześć.